When is a pot reopened? Hi, I'm Greg Heaver, and that's the question I am going to address in today's edition of TD Corner. At a guess, I'll say that 90% of poker players know 90% of the rules, and the 10% of the rules that are not known are those that relate to circumstances that rarely occur. What this means is that most self-dealt games run smoothly, and as a TD, I am seldom asked to sort things out. But in saying this, there are still occasions where I get called over. And what is interesting is that often it is for situations that I have ruled on before. One of the situations which it seems is still not well understood is the question, when does a pot become reopened? To explain this, I am going to give an example of a hand that occurred at the final table on Tuesday night at Clifton Springs a few weeks back. Blinds were 40,000, 80,000. Tim Min raised to 160,000. Action folded to the button, who went all in for 200,000. Jamie, who was in the big blind, called the 200,000. The action then moved back to Tim, who re-raised all in. As the dealer, this is where I paused the game. Can Tim re-raise here or not? To answer that question, it needs to be determined if the pot had been reopened. Rule 47 from PokerTD.com, a voluntary trade association of the poker tournament industry dedicated to adopting a uniform set of poker tournament rules worldwide, covers this exact example. Rule 47 verbatim is as follows. An all-in wager totaling less than a full bet or raise will not reopen betting for players who have already acted and are not facing at least a full bet or raise when the action returns to them. Okay, let's work through our example methodically with the official rule in mind. Tim raised to 160,000. As the big blind was 80,000, this constituted a raise of 80,000. At this point, if another player wanted to re-raise, then the minimum amount would be equal to Tim's raise, meaning that the player re-raising would have to commit 240,000 chips into the pot, 160,000 plus 80,000. This would constitute a full raise. The action then moved to the button player, who moved all in for 200,000. While this is less than the minimum full raise of 240,000, because the player is all in, it is allowable. The action then moved to Jamie in the big blind. Having not acted yet, she had all options open to her. She called. With the action back on Tim, he was facing a bet of 200,000. As this amount is less than what we just determined as being the full raise of 240,000, then it means that the pot has not been reopened and Tim's only options are to call or fold. He cannot go all in. I hope that helps those that may have been confused over situations like that. If not, then I urge you to take a look at the TDA.com website where there are further examples given. I'm Greg Heaver, and I'll see you on the felt.